messages na endra eba ba me kwa homane so na me ne ora David Oforia Champo no former NAT general secretary any enkomo anope abacha poti ka no pe abache
Africa me ton kan me so
na empomo to say
Africa se wa o sha yes o de na de nyame
umoto mu ya no fe yo
oh nyame da Roma de bi didie yo
I see. Yeah, as I said, I'll pay YJ. So, first of all, the teacher unions, I'll pay as we speak, and still now no end calling off. Almost strike one more declared because they disagree with the minister and then the president for the appointment of a director general of the Ghana Education Services. So, the president, Mwenya in the past, ma yentias here, ma Ghana Funyana so entias here. If baby are you it is warranted, say unions no ebe declare strike based on this and
well procedure no dey say obi anim how it works GS no omo a governing council a organization nka a board of directors womo na bibia omo hwe say nyema kwan o say ekoso embra eta actually. And normally, the positions there are certain positions that council nankasa and they initiate actions.
okay.
Say from directors, to divisional directors, to director general. Council no initiate and normally no they will advertise. So while you have the needed competence and the capacity to go into this position now I apply. And you apply now must subject to an interview process. Process maybe what on one to say director, district director no or more constitute panel at the council level. No my interview or more on between me human. But a deputy director general, eco director general, and the they call public services commission because I'm running chair somewhere. And it's a year side Germany for let's say deputy director generals and the director generals now. No, they are minister. No minister they call presidency. Not president, as well share. Say Ojitumwa. Then he makes the appointment. But directors in the most of the time, air council no signs on behalf of the president. Do let the media. If I can say, the president of Ghana and so not a fireman president. And see, that is the process. Now, young fan say we one of the controversial issues by any attention with the man Anthony Boateng. Anthony Boateng already until he retired, Nankoye, deputy director general. But Thomas have a 1 year contract. I'm just talking from the time I retired. Say, the competencies is still needed because of a certain job that he's doing. A director general of the Ghana Education Service. And also Kata, Eco GES Council. Eco Culture Council for one say. Speaker, the time was also coffee.
Okay.
Then so speaker, our competencies being a junior be all ya. You give say so Jato was here. Ebema the actually. And Tibia yesterday, your man are there a fake infant count. No finding a human. Say in a big fee Ghana Education Service, in this case the Director General, and the Bako GES Council. Or the court council honor na council for no swaggy. Say, Papa, yes, say, or says peculiar skills and competences. As one way, but almost say, Yaman, they are feeling Franca on over village one on Jim. The council needed to say, request now that I didn't get banner. It makes sense, a sound that the next thing they do, and they say, almost ever recommended accommodate the minister. Na minister so they call presidency. Na president Afwaswana say or Cason Faso there said that he's the appointing authority.
Mm.
So what I say.
Yeah.
Now, in the same way, if let's say it will be our opinion.
Yes.
Say penny to say it will be or active.
Mm.
And for me, speaking as a former union person, we have always insisted, say, somebody in an acting capacity, it is from the same institution. So, for example, the headmaster for what we call retirement, or active is the district director in the district in which the school is located.
Mm.
And the emphasis at Prempeh College, or my headmaster, I call retirement. Will be active till a substantive headmaster is appointed. A metropolitan director of education of Kumasi, and the best Prempeh College. So, if you obey me, I can say, was it a headmaster domestic, we no share day-to-day activities, no. But every 2 days, the Obaba say administratively everything is in order. That's what I say.
Mm.
And it's hard we say it is a needless thing. It shouldn't have happened. I dare see what you say. It shouldn't have happened. In any case, the other is no war. If you want, I can't bear Busuminu, no, the Tamason, which is March of next year.
Mm.
You may for 6 years. First, it's by one, we are to where it is today. But even if that is the truth, mark my words, so man can say it is the truth. Say, even if that is the truth, you don't do it. Because me later, me who you can say, open a Juman to or not go back to investing. There were certain portions of the letter no, I felt uncomfortable with.
Kessben.
So who can say, Obi skills now we hear the Juma Mribino. See, I won't for so be into a Sanwa. Nadia, the question is that skills Ben as I say, yes, you say. So what I said.
Yes, exactly. Metiopa.
Now, Tamani, we fought against something. Who say, Abrofono, no person introduce you something into education in Ghana. No person which say private people can go into education. Say about management, you don't necessarily need a teacher to be like the manager of a school. You can go and pick anybody from anywhere and make that person the manager of the school. Teacher for the Mojuman say and we kicked against it. Globally, it is known as privatization of education. We fought against it. Yeah, if you present papers, the brave, Emma Brofano appreciate them say, yeah, penny, Emma buying furniture and set up school. No school do baby. Now you can be a the only education what she say because it's managerial skills, on my head school. Now when I hear Juma on person of the Sabe, teacher need to study Juma corner to teacher, or share their pay teacher, or university. Ni aim ne say anye Ukraine or so to me retired headmaster anamba. If within the same organization, you are killing that motivation for people to climb up. Now problematic. So, Sabi, Obiya indispensable in this world. Because anything can happen to anybody tomorrow. It is a yet transina you can say, oh, where the yen is so much, where you say, when I say, this is the problem we will get. So, for me, I see the problem now as it's a very remote because over the years there's been a lot of apprehension concerning maybe an ministry.
And you may be to say that.
I know there still we are in a period of trying to find a resolution to this problem. And to speak on the myself, me what I'm interested in today, say at least you better say. Now you say in a process of negotiations, it is a win-win situation. Say the increase now because of 100%. Don't expect 100%. It's not possible. The job work na so memo 30%. Also work say maybe 50. Mo kwa 100 no enya.
Kessben.
The job work so dey na o ka so be so 120 enya. Na mo ba a middle line I say abotoyaba. In the same vein, this is how the conversation to go. And I say now I was expecting to hear say a resolution has been reached. Because the day before yesterday, they were in a marathon meeting up to about 6 o'clock. Mimi and union for no requested say, okay, give them the opportunity to have a conversation with their constituents. Because among motive for no, they don't represent themselves. They are representing the National Executive Committee. If you want to make a decision on behalf of the union, I won't consult with the National Executive Committee. Omo consultation. Omo Zoom meetings here. Omo friend for here. A way of resolving this matter. Nanka Oma Jane say, and at 2 o'clock, they will present it before the team. Almost about 12 o'clock, letter say, the ministry has written to the Labour Commission, say they have referred the matter to the Labour Commission. So the stalemate continues. So,
yeah.
To say no,
Kessben.
for me, I know, say, almost transfer a tomboise, get people who can speak to both sides. Before near and trend positions, me a quick no a free war. They can have a resolution. I know, sir, the president is highly respected. I mean, nobody can discuss a Ububu president in India. So they will be able to find a way forward. They have concerns. Let's see how we address their concerns vis-a-vis the appointment of the president. You can have a middle line. And this problem will be a thing of the past. And to Omunya cool heads from the ministry to everyone, we are in the walking thinking. Hey, Zakoyan is you on Oberton as minister. We see what as general secretary of the court. Akoyana will see what as president of the union. You will go. But Ghana state into make a decision. Don't put yourself in the decision. Make the decision for Ghana.
My answers here, DOA, bring us to speed with this particular process. Yenim said the appointing authority lies with the President of the Republic. At what point in time, Anna labor unions, it may suggest more manpaying, or better still, the council, NIPA, as a Director General?
The constitution is to me, a shared president.
Exactly.
So afa kwan bi so aye neme bia president onye nyankopon so he is not everywhere at the same time. Until constitution so aye bia amongfo boa president to make the decision acceptable. That is why we have councils, we have board of directors, just to ensure say they are the eye of the president in the various institutions. I have appointed almost say omomwa no yen ejuma. And I don't think say the president makes decision in isolation. Who feel letter no if he secretary to the president next year now. Or see, in response to your request, say why were you many years? Anything I would do, no bar. I know he is not going to ask you, say, has this been gone through the process? So far as you sit there, no, there, when you said there's a procedural issue, I was to comply with. And there's a young letter in your few, but yeah, like I said, what the coin also. And I speak, I want to say,
meet your party.
Yeah, and the only I say, yeah, you commission workers at some you read through what the questions. I do we say you put your signature under it. And they change me because if anything, because you have set people out there to do that job for you. Well, now I will say on my way, and I will say you follow procedure. Most of the time I have mistakes. Now this is an opener for all of us. Most of the time. So if they are change of government, they appoint people in acting capacity. So later on, I'm fight through the process of being
yes, but the person here is the Director General position of the Ghana Education Service. Is it a position it is warranted by rank? So somebody will have to go through the rank. Because will be do that level. Before a council, together with the minister, be making such recommendation for appointment by the president.
It has happened before. Young Papa, Badama Mensa,
yes,
let me find the currency. Or a headmaster, no, a not for Chairman Crow or Brownfield region, or a headmaster, Winchi Secondary School, be director of secondary education, be deputy director general. Ultimately, he became a director general.
So that was through the ranks, right?
Yes.
Okay, but as we speak now, no, sir, rank, no, maybe the person may tear say, as we speak now, no, Director General position, no, is it warranted by rank? Send the panel, why Deputy Director General? Why you say, until Odru Honoma, as I said, by all means, no, somebody award this such position as a
not necessary. But there must be a certain factor of motivation. Let me give you an example. Ghana Immigration Service. Send us some more immigration officers and normally deputy controller general.
Exactly.
As you know, for police for video when you say if anything, maybe because they have their jobs is related in terms of security. But at least they had deputy directors. Now people who have risen through the ranks from that service to that level. But the topmost position there, it is at the behest of the president. It is a who has a capacity, not president who says who capacity no better management. But me amount. Are you getting my point?
Yes, I'm getting your point. But the person Ghana 40 years here, say yes. Mr. David Ofria Champo. The person Ghana 40 years here, say Director General position there. First of all, you establishing the fact with the law. So one, and you by rank, say Ebia, Obiya Juma with GS. We'll go through the ranks from director, more ranks, no more ankasa munim. Na wabab to deputy director general. Na afi we do baby SSC, you know, as director general. And you know, director general position, no, it is not by rank. The least rank, and I said the utmost rank, the maximum. Obiya Juma with GS mu and the rank obeti me do no, with the exception of director general, no, a rank bang.
Utumi do deputy director general.
Okay, Utumi Baba do deputy director general. And only by rank, but a do deputy director general now. Director general position, no. The law requires the president, so no other appoint you be right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And there's Nana as a president may use any pan. Now process be what president first use any pan. So there. And I may check you on say faha ne ko ha ne kusia. But you see. Any Minister of Education, they have problems. Our to resolve here. And how many presidents have
okay. Mr. David, my main kind article, my main kind with the provisions of the law on the appointment of a director general. Act we are make kind of Education Regulatory Bodies Act 2020, Act 1023, administrative positions. One, the position of a director general, section 13(1) of the act, said, the president shall, in accordance with article 195 of the constitution, appoint a director general for the commission. The director general shall hold office for a term of 4 years and is eligible for reappointment for another term only. And B, subject to any other terms and conditions specified in the letter of appointment. Functions of the Director General are stated for the GES. Now, this particular section of the Act clearly states, and the procedures now work. I presume, sir, and only a sir motra to her, and only a precedent and motra edia to her, right?
Can it hear that? Sir, President, appointment no obey. Who say we let it come train? Almost say on your acting. Now later on, constitutionally mandated bodies and then continue work Public Services Commission. And now more are confirming and say, "Omaji President nominee na to." Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
The process na there a war.
Yes, I mean, because a process, those processes, is it established by law and by precedent? We need to be clear with the fact. Maybe say, some processes, is it established by law? And the American say, okay, Omanpenyin be make the appointment, Omanpenyin is supposed to make the appointment in consultation with the GES Council, or better still, the minister in charge of education. And now, so say, a mere practicer, you bet me a classify and say, a precedent, that's
where Omo cover say, I wasn't there, so I've not even read that document.
Okay.
But that has always been the process.
Yeah, so that is the process, but the process is not backed by law. If I'm right.
Well, if that is what they are saying, yeah. Because like I've told you, I've not read it, so I don't have any idea concerning what that. Because that was promulgated in 2020,
exactly.
I left office in 2019, so I've not had the opportunity of really reading through it and getting it done, getting a clear understanding of what it is. Say, then we also saying say because of that law, GS Council is irrelevant. What does the law say about the council? So look at the book no.
Yes, cancel. Remember, can't cancel the portion. No. Let me look for that one. That mean can and no infamous. But we need to establish it clearly. Say procedures in the idea all these years. Even at the time, I was a general secretary for NAT, a president. I'm with Tradia to her. But the establishment, must be clear. Say, no, it's not backed by law. Council, is more of a board of a corporate entity. Buying biadia. Buying companies who do a winning in our boards are CEOs, director generals, Emma woman, formulating policies to run the day-to-day activities of those companies. Now we need to make it clear, some procedures first maybe because the impression made, and say there has to be consultations, and then the labor unions will have to come in with their preferred person. I want more fees on betting in a year.
No. Speaker, that has never been the case. You see, if you have a very competent manager running a sector like education or any other sector, there are conversations that happen in the background. So that's it. Happen authorities, when they pay organize a speaker by the director general of GES, Anambwa.
Exactly.
They think through it. And because they want acceptability, they throw it by people. Any ministers, they are discussing issues before even they became public. They just sought our opinions. So I did we anything. One thing she say, and I say, what other opinion do you have? You did want to be brave. And sana, are you not about public? About public, we know. Say yes, this issue, we have had an input into it. You see, taking people's opinion on matters, and just say we a weak person. It's just that we are a very prudent individual because the idea of will be open national acceptability.
Okay.
Well, the problem is the amount of center positions, more authority they don't think about consultation. But if you want to be very successful, you must always consult, collaborate, and cooperate. You make your decision. At the end of the day, when I make a decision, the acceptability of the decision brings credit to you. So that's here. It is not written anywhere. Say, president, person appointment, president, we could design the same person appointed with. Maybe all the management and so on here. But I'm not saying that president best transfer in isolation. Say, the president appointed speaker, say speaker, and go you with president then say, Mofi mu say, you boni dia, you begin to man a young to. And I make I want to say.
Exactly.
So the consultation is always there. So even though it's not written, what we yes jumano. I was who throw by some people to get their buy-in. Say, I did PCA new. Now what you saying? And no, or China Juniors or be far, one far. But I say, by one can say, I'm running to me say, or some consult to in the May, yes, I did. At the end of the day, no, as Uncle Rana no Moko Ejma. And I'm a boy.
Exactly.
That's some time ago. Ghana Health Service, or more appointed. I think Ghana Medical, this Ghana Health Service, or more appointed Dr. B. The Ghana Medical Association kicked against it because honestly, on here a medical doctor, I think he's a doctor or here in laboratory and those things. They kicked against it. After a while, that appointment was rescinded.
Even if you are on top of affairs, at the helm of affairs, you need to do further consultation. And only a reasonable argument, in a corporate body like that. Now the question again, and it's in the absence of that, what are the measures assessing to resolving such challenges? Is it really necessary? Is it really necessary? Say teacher unions, as at this time, declare strike just for the mere fact that they disagree with the appointment of one person.
Small thing. Conversation. Because it started with the extension that was given to Lawyer Boateng. Also, they came out and said vehemently they were not going to work with him because blah 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 blah. That problem not started here. Now, you say when that problem started, was there any conversation from the ministry inviting these gentlemen, union leaders, to come and say, well, we think Sadi I was saying but they more fan ask because almost say, was there anything of that sort? So we are very prudent person now. Who we are not afraid. Yes, I say just a firefighting approach, you know. Really red flag now, no afraid one. Oh, with the same idea with the Ozenka, you don't come back. Say, what is your mind? And I say, what do you think next time we should do? Such as here.
Yeah.
But the whole trust now we are who say change say, maybe this is what I have done, whether you like it or not. Me my year. Now, I'm also feel say, well, if it's an entrenched position, let us also put up an entrenched position. What I say, which doesn't help anybody. Leadership is all about listening to the people, making sure, say, at least if you don't agree, at least you have met yourselves halfway.
Yes, but Mr. Chempo, entrenched position at the detriment of the poor Ghanaian student and the poor Ghanaian people, and say from the basic level to the senior high school level of our educational sector, no, and kwalami nyina no etifie just for the fact that the teacher unions disapprove of somebody ayaboni dey say one may act in the capacity of a director general. Now, if you were in the seat as general secretary of GNAT, the biggest teacher union in this country, and under your leadership, Obeka say, with these issues are air cost with the appointment, Ube declare strike, Anna.
No,
I want your personal opinion.
That question will say, I will be saying, you cannot get any answer from me. The point is that when the people raise the issue with somebody's extension of contract, pay, can say they will not work with him. Pay. You should bear in mind, say you're going to have a chaotic situation. Also fear say and I make her say, "Ubi and any prepare say or who do you may be all year dear to himself. Our person peace, bum. Someone will raise an issue of this nature. Say, Papa, we are my young then I was all year. You call them to sit down. We are because then you have started a conversation. So you have started a conversation. But if you take an entrenched position, I am not bound to consult you. Fine. The president did 2 years and Ghana. So the president is not bound to tell us anything. But they do a lot of consultation, didn't you? Because they want acceptability for the policies and the decisions they make. So in the same way, because of men I edit me actually sent to be them I say also with the cop baby something. It's unfortunate says Sadi we say do and I'm beginning to make a say that's the way somewhere what they do baby you do. It is they do if in very day one as them when you start and come start some your conversation then can do baby you do. And then run so some communia butre and my meeting no course and they would have found a solution to the issue now because the most okay you suspended the proceedings. Be a consultation with constituents. I'm on right at 2 o'clock. And about 12 o'clock, much or less, I say more of a matter to Labour Commission. How do you get a resolution? More constituents resolutions if it's workable. More farmer. More of a matter to Labour Commission. So when are you going to start the whole process again? That's what I say. Because you need no more kata. Say well in one breath, you have an issue. In another breath, let's look at the greater national interest. And how we can get this because we are not in good times. So, but
exactly my point. Exactly my point. In Bissau, say I want your direct opinion on the issue because say if there are issues with the labor unions, it is we same presenters near TMUA Mamukola no ebai. Now the question again is that the poor average Ghanaian student, what if is it needful say at this particular point in time, because of these reasons,
Speaker, and I make a sure say in the first place, now I've said so unfortunately said this matter should have not gotten to where it is now. But it shouldn't have gotten to where it is now. It's because of the entrenched positions. You always in negotiations that there are certain things you don't even say. Such as here. But for some of us who have worked in this industry and therefore have friends in there, have people who are also in part of this conversation. Now what is happening, and they take such decisions now. Sometimes you can't begrudge them.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't begrudge them because if you show the person some amount of respect, woman say, oh, I'm okay there, no crap, but then I come out Tony, sort of here. Now we find a way forward. Next time, because we want a resolution to the problem. But I'm better now, anybody can go to hell. You can do this, you can do that, you can do that.
So what it means is that teacher unions and get happy with the leadership style of the minister, right?
I'm saying that the committee. I'm not talking about any minister, but I'm talking about the committee.
Yes, but the committee, responses are committee. It's from the minister.
Well, then but the point is that when there's an issue and you want a resolution, you must go onto that table with a win-win situation. Yes, you say we can have a middle line. Even now they call. Now we do the banana say that we deal with the fantasy, a ABC, and the Indian for Wimbra, Nayantimimahaya. We bring a solution to the problem. But now Ujina baby Ujina. Now Miss Mijin baby Mijina. And bear in mind, these guys represent unions, hundreds and thousands of people. Our Makasham said this is why we are doing this.
Yes, but in essence, what is the interest of labor unions, in who becomes the next director general? And then what will be the utmost benefit of unions in who becomes the director general?
Director general, we now head of the institution.
Yes.
Such as that. Therefore, your acceptability is important. Your acceptability is very important. And getting that is very simple.
Yes, but we'll play the role of an administrator. We'll play the role of an administrator with policies are binding, and I watch my implementation. So, what will be the interest of best serving the unions?
Yeah, Speaker, I want you guys to delve deeper into the genesis of all these problems over the last 3 months. At Fiji, as ABP or Ministry, and you get to understand because some of the issues, we cannot discuss them on national radio like we are doing because there are inherent problems. People have taken those entrenched positions. So, it's not good for public consumption. I was here share how a bit me address the issue because now the issue is to find a solution to the problem. It's not to go and find out who did what is wrong. And it is only good leadership who is able to accept to say, look, this stand I took wasn't right. I think next time if I have the opportunity, I'll go this way, even though this is what I'm permitted by law. President Nelson appointed director general. Fine. And they will be a president and I don't think say union for no honorable president because of appointment now yet. But it be the way the conversation is going is what is pissing the leaders off. And then into almost something almost stands. No one transfer. No one didn't come from the genesis of the problem. No. Say okay, we know you bit many things but most of them went to. I'm going to say within a week you have solution to the problem.
Okay. That's right. I don't remember now. I say.
Okay.